Anyways, here we are, T&N TV with victorious assassin Azim. Adam, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, perfect, thank you very much. Now, we watched your pro debut, 6 rounds, just describe it in your words, how was your debut?
Yeah, it was a great feeling, fighting on Sky Sports on my first fight against a great opponent like Ed Harrison. It was a great experience for me because I've never experienced like fighting on TV before as well, and it was a good successful debut that I showcase my skill, but I haven't showed everything else yet. So hopefully I can show you more in the future.
So I was about to say, you obviously experienced the bubble firsthand. Just explain to us, what was that like, sort of arriving, being first, quarantined, and then sort of getting ready for you were in a hotel, is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. Because I've experienced like going up to like Russia, Ukraine for training camps, and I've stayed there for like 3 or 4 days. So it's basically like the same system like I had in the amateurs, but now it's like the pros now, but differently. It's the bubble now, isn't it? So
you definitely feel like your amateur experience sort of prepared you for this type of an event.
Yeah, I was already prepared before I actually got into the bubble. So,
and I was about to say, fighting with obviously no crowds allowed at the moment, did that feel any different than you think it would felt like, or were you used to that too?
I was quite used to it because I spar a lot, and it was basically like a sparring match. I didn't even come out like proper sweaty. I just came out like I was still fresh and could have gone for another 12 rounds myself. So,
and of course, and you had your brother there as well. Of course, Hassan was there to sort of witness your victory as well. So, describe what do you think was the best bits about your performance?
The best bits was like when I hit that right hook, caught him. There was a third or second round hit with the body shot. I think once I hit him, I think he retaliated and wanted to survive the whole 6 rounds. So
yeah, I think there was a moment where he sort of realized just how precise and accurate you hit, and after that he sort of went into survival mode / he wasn't as ambitious as he was in the first opening round, perhaps.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I thought the first round he didn't even really come at me, or I think most of the rounds he didn't really come at me. I think once he felt my power, my speed, and he knows that he couldn't be a part of what I had, he just retaliated and didn't want to be a part.
Yeah, I suppose it makes sense that not everyone wants to sort of go out on their shield, right? That some people want to live, fight and live another day. Yeah. And he was a very, very experienced campaigner. It's sort of like, people don't fight a guy like him on their pro debut.
Yeah.
So is this something you want to sort of, have these types of quality of opponents going forward, or is it sort of hard to get people like him to sort of commit to fight to you? Because now people know, what you bring to the table.
Yeah, I think it's because, Ed Harrison is a great fighter as well. He's been 2 undefeated fighters, and now everyone's like thinking like the other opponents that I've beaten him on my first fight, and I've taken it on my first fight as well, because people would have took that fight on the 3rd or 4th or 5th. I took that on my straight away. So, and it's my dad who's the one who managed that fight as well. So, and I took the fight in the morning. And
yeah, you made a bit of a statement, so to speak, in the division, because people, people on their debut do not fight someone like him on their first fight, maybe even their 5th or 6th fight.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
yeah.
Fantastic, Adam. And now also talking about sort of your weight class and your weight division, so we've heard you being so vocal and you're sort of calling certain people out already.
Yeah.
And can you definitely foresee those sort of fights happening later down the line?
Yeah.
Would you be prepared to sort of travel to the States to have those big fights?
Yeah, why not? Because most of the belt holders are USA now, so whoever has the belt in USA, I don't mind traveling up to USA and fight there.
Yeah, because you've obviously travelled quite a lot extensively for your amateur career, so I suppose travelling doesn't really faze you because you've sort of already done, been there and done that, right? So
quite used to it as well, so which is a great favour on my side as well. So
fantastic. And I was going to say that you're so knowledgeable about the game of boxing, and obviously, hopefully now that once eventually this year, lockdown gets eased and lifted, we're all looking forward to seeing, live crowds return back to boxing. We've missed it as fans.
Yeah.
And I was about to say, sort of, there's potential huge fights on the horizon.
Yeah.
There's one with Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. Fury.
Yeah.
Just give us your brief prediction. What do you think might happen there?
My prediction is a great fight for boxing people and non-boxing fans as well, because it's one of the biggest fight in boxing history. Everyone will be watching that. Personally, in my opinion, I think Tyson Fury would win that because of the experience he's had, and he's very skillful as well, and he has the high IQ for that heavyweight division as well. So,
well, of course, the British public are probably in for a treat, right, if that does go ahead.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
The other one where we look forward to as fans is maybe potentially Canelo Alvarez, Saul Alvarez versus Billy Joe Saunders.
Yeah.
If that were to happen at sort of super middleweight, what do you think might happen there?
It's a great fight to watch as well. Canelo, he's very good as well. Billy Joe Saunders is very good. That's a very good fight as well. And
so it's one that's been brewing in the background for quite some time, right? So finally, if we do get to see that as fans, I think it'll be very, very exciting.
It'll be a very good fight to watch.
Yeah, who would you pick?
It's a tough one as well.
I know. It's like almost like a 50-50, right? But yeah, I was going to say, if you had to sort of, not sit on the fence, which way would you nudge, even if you had to give a slight edge?
I would like to go Billy Joe Saunders.
Billy Joe?
Yeah.
Of course, it's hard to bet against his skills. He's a very incredibly skillful man. So if anyone can do it, it'd probably be him, right, against Canelo.
Yeah.
And, last but not least, there's also Carl Frampton versus Jamal Herring.
Yeah, I think Carl Frampton would beat
Herring. Yeah, because a lot of people, obviously, they rate Herring quite highly, but there's not a lot of the British fans that have been exposed to Herring's fights, perhaps, and a lot of people know all about Carl because they've seen him on TV, etc. But
he has the experience, and plus he's been up with Santa Cruz as well. Josh Warrington.
So I think it's his experience is what's going to sort of stand him in good stead.
That's right as well. Yeah, 100%.
So stay tuned for more news on T&N TV. We'll keep you updated. And again, thank you, Champ, for your interview.
Thank you.